I'm feeling good. Catch me in the satellite, rolling in a blacked out sunlight. I'm feeling good. Cover my head, angel by my side, man. Everything is alright. I'm feeling good.
What is up, guys? I've got a ton of stuff in the works. We've been crazy busy on my 6-liter and a million of other projects and trucks we're building to sell and stuff like that to make a dime. Right here is going to be the big surprise in the video. I will show you guys that toward the end, so we will get to that. But as you can see by my shirt, we're going to get to that. So I just want to give you guys a little insight on what's coming on the page and some of the things that are in the works and what's going on. Behind me, every part that you see that's wheels and tires and studs and regulated return and all this stuff right here that you see, 4-link kit, all that is all for my 6-liter. So it's got a ton of stuff that's about to happen to it. Wow, bless me, I'm sorry, excuse me. Ew! A lot of stuff about to happen to it, just like all in a bulk of one. It's been sitting for, it's been sitting here, which I'll show you guys in a second. Once we go through the parts and stuff, it's been sitting right here where it's sitting for 3 months as I slowly bought all these parts and everything else. So let's just go one thing at a time. First off is going to be chromatic head gaskets. Okay, these are the premier head gasket for a 6-liter.
Yes.
They are race gaskets. They don't require O-ringing the heads. They hold up to 60 pounds of boost. There's a lot of good things from them. I put these on 2 or 3 trucks now, and they've absolutely kicked ass. So this is them right here. They have a coating on them, so they seal a lot better. So yeah, that's that. They're supposed to hold it pretty much whatever power you want to put to them. I have these in my sister's truck already, the 04 King Ranch. That's got all the 05 front end swap on it and the 2016 rear end swap on it. It's got about 550 horsepower, maybe a little bit more than that. I've never dynoed it. I'm kind of against dynos since I put mine on the dyno and they blew it up. So, and it's just known that dynos are really hard on trucks. It's just a 1-to-1 fifth gear pull of basically 130 miles an hour in a 6-inch lifted diesel truck. So not the best for the truck, but yeah, that is the chromatic race gaskets. All right. That is step 1 to making the race truck. No, it's not a race truck. It's going to be the whole plan of this truck is, one, I see all these trucks, these SEMA trucks or something like that. SEMA trucks are great. They're absolutely like the sickest trucks on the planet, but you can't really daily drive a SEMA truck. All the powder coating of the frame and the painting underneath and everything, they're a show truck. That's what they're for. They're at the SEMA show. They're a show truck. So I'm trying to build mine. So I hunt and fish and do all that kind of stuff and go off-road. So I'm trying to make a SEMA truck and an off-road truck. Not off-road. I don't off-road every day. I go hunting in it and stuff like that. I don't mud it or anything like that. And I'm trying to take those two and meet dead in the middle. So I'm trying to make a absolutely beautiful custom truck that I can do those things in still. So I'm not going to powder coat the frame. I'm not going to do all that crap. I'm not saying it's bad. That stuff is legit and it looks insane, but it's really expensive. And for what costs my daily drive it's just going to go bad. So I am going to do some custom painting of suspension parts, but just here and there to add the accent white into it and stuff like that. So let's continue on. This is my hot side intercooler pipe. This piece goes to the turbo. This goes to the intercooler. That is not factory. As you can see, that is TIG welded. Okay? This is for a blow-off valve. Now, I haven't told you guys yet, but I will in this video. This is for a blow-off valve. I actually got the Turbo Smart blow-off valve, which in my opinion is the best one. They've been around for years and just have good quality products. So basically, for those of you that don't know what it is or whatever, geez, I'm a mess over here. It releases the pressure when you let off the gas wall, when you're into it at least. So instead of your turbo having turbo fart or flutter and everyone thinks that's cool, it's not good for the turbo to go, you know, whatever you want to call it, 90,000 RPM and then go in between, you know, a bunch of RPMs. But obviously if you have a big tip, then that'll fix your problem, because big tips is where it's at. Not actually, but that's the whole point of this is to reduce the pressure in the motor. So this is my blow-off valve. As you can see, there's a little band around it. It's just gonna go on then and clamp onto that. It'll look just like that. So that is my Turbo Smart race port blow-off valve. XDP is where I got it. So let's move on to the next thing. As you guys may know, my truck had, the setup it had was 190/75 Swamps diesel injectors with a KC Stage 2 turbo. Has a fuel system on it, and some other minor things. It's got like a FICM on it, stuff like that. Upgraded FICM, 58 volt FICM. And it's a few more minor things. It made about 550 horsepower, but I just wanted a little bit more, but still be able to tow, because obviously we tow stuff all the time. We pick up new trucks and stuff like that. So that was the plan. So, but now here's my injectors. I sent them out and had them rebuilt and gone through. So as you can see, she's brand new. They only had about, I think it was 20,000 miles, maybe 18,000 miles on the build. They were brand new. But what happened was, again, when I had my truck at the dyno place, the guy that was dyno tuning it and everything else, which he just screwed me ridiculously hard and didn't get my money back also, he ran out of fuel. So it was losing fuel pressure. We didn't know why. Long story short, we had just put a sump in it the week before I got it dynoed. And as stupid as this sounds, when you put fuel cleaner in your tank for your injectors, which is what I did when I first initially got the truck. I bought the truck with bad head gaskets, knowing they were bad. I didn't know if the injectors were bad, so I put a fuel cleaner in it just to run everything through the system and clean the whole thing out. We did the same with the oil and everything else. We always do it in a truck we buy that we don't know anything about. And that little, I guess you can call it styrofoam cap that they have on them, obviously when I peeled it off, or whoever put it in there, I don't even know if I put the fuel cleaner in there. Somebody peeled it off and dumped the fuel cleaner in there and didn't peel it all the way off and take it off like they're supposed to, and just dumped it in. So that little stupid not styrofoam, geez, what is it called? Tinfoil piece went into the tank, somehow found its way all the way down to the sump, and that piece plugged the sump line. So it legitimately would not give it any fuel. Like, it stopped all fuel flow. And the guy just kept driving. He's like, yeah, I had low PSI on the fuel was at like 20 PSI and then 13. I don't know. I still did a couple dyno pulls and drove around the block. I'm like, geez, dude, like, obviously it's not good to run your injectors without fuel. Duh, right? So they just destroyed the plungers in my injectors and the tips and everything else in the nozzles. So anyways, back to the injectors. They're 190/75s. When I sent them out, I had them made so they're 190/30s now. So they're a smaller nozzle size. Now everyone's gonna think, oh, I thought you were trying to get a little bit more power. You're taking power away. I'm not taking power away. Actually, realistically, I'm gaining power. So I wasn't using all the 190/75 with the KC Stage 2. It's a 64 millimeter turbo. So, gosh, this is going to be a long video. I'm sorry, guys. But anyways, just stay with me here. I got a ton of cool stuff to show you. Behind me, I'll show you the truck and everything else. But the less fuel you have, to a certain extent, the faster the spool's going to be, the cooler the truck will run in EGT-wise, and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I got them. I tow with it quite a bit, so I'm gonna see how those work. If not, I can always send it back and get the nozzle switched. It costs money, but I'll just figure something out. But I know I'm gonna love the 190/30, so that's why I did that. Next thing. Oh yeah, y'all know what that is. everybody knows them ARP studs. So the truck is already bulletproof and everything else. There's nothing wrong with the truck. I pulled it into the shop at home, and I pulled the injectors out of it, and I had all intentions of just getting the injectors rebuilt and changing the nozzle size. And then I just started getting excited and started putting all these things into it and everything else. I was like, let's do this. And then it just added up and added up and added up, and then boom, I'm rebuilding the whole motor again just cause. Right now it has a 425 head studs in it, which are fine, but the 625s they're just the best. They're safety. You're gonna be able to hold basically whatever you want to put to it. Not basically, legitimately you're gonna be able to hold whatever you want with the 625 stud. So these are 625 plus head studs. They are gonna hold whatever power I want to put to that truck, and I'm just gonna know that it's never gonna have a problem. With these studs and those head gaskets, we're gonna be chilling with whatever we want to do. So super excited. ARP head studs, 625 pluses, they are the best stud. So obviously the most high tensile strength. Here in this box, you guys, there's not a whole lot to see in the box. I mean, there is, but I don't know if you really know what it is or not. But oh, hey, there's my Turbo Smart stickers. This is a regulated return fuel system with a fuelable delete, which I haven't done yet, and the truck's making 550 horsepower. Tells you how horsepower happy 6.0s are. So it's just a bunch of piping and nuts and stuff like that. And then this is my regulator, obviously, which will show my fuel pressure and everything else. So this is should be a 444 Fuel Lab kit. I'm not positive. Got it from my guy Andrew up in Spokane. He's the one that tunes all of our 7.3s. He's currently working on starting to tune 6.0s as well, which is sweet. But yeah, there's that. The huge deal about a regulated return is that, if anyone that doesn't know it, is the injectors deadheads, the fuel deadheads. So the injectors in the rear, that's where the fuel stops, is at the injectors in the back. So this system is created to flow 100% flow fuel all the way through. So the injectors in the back won't get so hot when you're running, won't get lack of fuel, they'll last longer. So that's what this is for in a simple way, simplified way, whatever you want to call it. This next piece, gosh, so many parts. Let's see. The next piece we have is going to be the air intake. This is a legitimate cold air intake, SMB intake. I think it's the best one for the 6 liters. I already had an intake on my truck when I bought it. I literally call it a hot air intake. It was in the motor, just a pipe off the turbo and a filter. It's in the motor. It's hot. It's not a cold air intake. So don't buy that crap. But basically this comes like this. Goes into the front of your truck by the intercooler where it gets its air from the front, and the filter goes in here. And this is a sealed cover. It has a plexiglass piece that goes over the top of this. This is a sealed S&B intake. This is the intake you want if you're making power, or just in general, better for the truck. So there's that. Sorry, I'm trying to run through this stuff. It's going to be a long video. But just bear with me. So we got that going. And then next thing we have, oh yeah, I didn't tell you guys. So it has a 6-inch lift on it. We are going with a 10-inch lift. And Dirt Logic 4.0 coilovers. That's the last thing I have to buy. I don't have that here yet. I have to buy the Dirt Logic front coilovers, the mounts, and then the rear shocks. And then I'm going to fabricate everything else. Like I'll fabricate the rear blocks and like that myself. And the track bars and all that stuff. So, but it's getting a 10-inch lift. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to look awesome. 10 inches big, but it's not too big. It doesn't look stupid, in my opinion at least. And then eventually I'll build, oh yeah, I haven't told you guys about that either. I am building my own traction bars, starting my own traction bar line. I'm actually building them for a guy in Colorado who's going to have his truck in the SEMA show this year. In the Sinister Diesel booth. So you guys, for any of you watching, which obviously don't have that many viewers yet, I'd like it to grow, obviously. I'm trying hard to get this content out and stuff like that. But that's going to be at the SEMA show this year in the Sinister booth. So you will see my Sasquatch diesel flag flopping around in the Sinister booth, which is pretty sick. You'll see my traction bars on that truck. And yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. They'll be on his truck. They're going on 1,200 horsepower 7.3. I think it's a 2000 or 2002. 2000, but anything, anyways. It's a 7.3. It's a Super Duty 7.3 with 1,000 plus horsepower. So I built him a huge, awesome set of traction bars that are really durable and stuff like that. So lift kit, back to lift kit, 10-inch lift kit. So here are my 4-link arms. Okay, there's 4 of them for the front because it's a 4-link. 4-link arms. 4-link makes sense, right? Duh. Okay, those are the arms. These are the brackets. These go to the frame. Okay, I got to drill a hole right here. Goes to the frame. This one bolts up to my factory brackets for the regular radius arms. I'm going to custom fab these, some arm stuff and put my logo in them and stuff like that. I've got some shocks here, but they just came with the kit. I don't need them, so they're not correct for it anyways.